Welcome back, everybody, to WCA. It's the last game of the night. Alliance facing up against Team Bad English. Durka, well, we've got a lot to talk about when it comes to the draft already, so I'm not really going to mince too many words here. Let's just get into it, shall we?
So Alliance, S4, Ake, Helena Live, Bulldog, and My Nuts all playing here together. They've given Bulldog his Doom, and I'm guessing he's going to be laning down and bottom lane with Helena Live. So Helena on the lich, yeah. Loda step back and let Bulldog have his lovely lady play with them for this game. Team Bad English, I did recognize a bunch of these guys. Are you gonna stop? Are you gonna stop me? Are you just gonna, let this go?
I'll just let you go. You go ahead and embrace that meme, Durka. It's not for me. It's not for me. Listen, there's enough bad things that spam out the goddamn Dota2 subreddit. I don't need to know about Helena Live and Admiral Bulldog for the umpteenth time. Reddit, can you stop with that, please, for the love of God?
I don't read Reddit, man.
I don't know why I do. I mean, I'm pretty sure I unsubbed to our Dota2, and I just keep it subbed to True Dota or whatever that other sub is.
Okay.
That one actually had an interesting, conversation about the interaction of crit and, the inherent critical of, like, PA and having a data list and what happens and all those. Very interesting read. Good stuff. Nothing I would ever see on our Dota 2, that's
Shout
for
out
sure.
To Critical Strike. Shout out to Chrysalis. Shout out to...
Shout out to Daedalus for me. All right. Anyway, Is this going to be so it's also going to be a meme? You give Alliance Doom? I mean, I know Doom got hit kind of hard in this last patch. It was kind of questionable whether or not he would actually remain as the Ags got hit real hard.
Yeah, like the Ags is one thing, but it's the Scorched Earth. How many times have we seen Dooms, pop BKB or pop stick charges, and all of a sudden Scorched Earth allows them to run away on 50 HP? There was
how much did it get dialed back to?
a decent. It wasn't a massive nerf, but it was still a good amount. I think it used to be like 56 at level 4 or something. I think it was like 8.
We'll track it down. All right. Okay. So that's what I thought. I was like, wait, what? I'm looking at this tip right now, and I don't think it's changed at all. That's because the tip is wrong.
Okay.
And it's gone down by 3 damage at 3 damage / heal at level 4.
Okay.
So
from 48 to 45?
But the cooldown did get rescaled to being 55 seconds at every level. So that's a 10-second nerf at level 4. And then the Doom Ags got like mega hit. But you are right. Like Scorched Earth is the important part. If pro players feel like the Ags got hit hard enough, they're not going to go Ags and they're just going to go like Shiva's Refresher.
Yeah.
Right? And that's perfectly acceptable. So I think that very clearly that 3 damage change, 3 damage / heal per second change at level 4 is not going to change Doom from being overpowered.
10 seconds.
He's still super strong.
Yeah.
It's the fact that from the offlane he gets like 1 roll position farm levels, right, with that Devour.
Yeah. I still can't believe that it actually went that high. They went from 30 to 48 in the 6.85 patch. That's a 36. If you think about it, in Doom just battling 1 versus 1, that's a 36 damage increase, right? 18 for Doom, and then 18 damage being dealt extra per second. It's pretty absurd. Anyway, they're trying to dial it back a little bit while still keeping that 12-second that's kind of always been there at level 1. Disruptor Gyrocopter now picked up by Alliance. Team Bad English, though, we haven't talked about their lineup at all. Slardar and Razor, so minus armor, physical damage, combo, and they're going to have an Ancient Apparition versus Doom for obvious reasons. And now the Jakiro.
No Dazzle. Dazzle just ignored.
Yeah, what's with that? It's usually one of the supports that if you are facing a Doom that is... I would feel pretty heavily prioritized just because the heal over the time is quite good.
The patch hasn't hit
armor. Yet. It hasn't?
Nanyang's not done yet.
Oh. Huh. I thought the patch had hit. I thought it was with that whole custom map.
Has Nanyang finished?
I don't
know. I haven't been paying it. Like, I've been sleeping.
No, it hasn't. No, it hasn't.
Because we have a break. They have a break on Saturday, right?
Yeah,
they have a break tomorrow, then they end Sunday.
Yeah. Yeah. They've just got the best of 5 finals to go.
Yeah. No, it comes in after that.
It does?
Of course.
Oh, okay.
I forgot completely. Because we keep getting these like big patches and like, oh, here's the 1 gigabyte hit.
Is that confirmed?
Turn to ban.
It was posted in the Steam patch notes that the actual changes won't come into effect until after Nanyang.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. All right. I did not know that. All I know is I got in. Was it last night?
10 seconds.
All of a sudden there was a patch.
I've lost track of days. Like honestly.
Then I played whatever that custom map is.
Oh, I shouldn't mention that word.
Volvo, please.
Give Diretide.
All right, let's also not do that. I know the same people who do that are also visiting Reddit. Just I'm addressing Reddit as a whole as a conduit for all the idiot behavior. Let's not spam give Diretide anywhere. That's just such a dumb meme.
See, now you've said that, you've enabled Twitch chat to do it because
yeah,
they're going to be.
But it's different. It's Twitch chat. Like, that's what Twitch chat is
contrarian, haha.
But it's not for spamming.
He said don't do it, so I'm going to do it.
Yeah. Anyway, Templar Assassin going to be banned away by Alliance because you've got this physical damage minus armor combo on Team Bad English. It worked pretty well there. Even if it would be Radiant side, and even if you do have like Gyrocopter to eat through that refraction, and Scorched Earth isn't bad either, it's still just a dangerous hero to give up. Particularly against some of these heroes who are going to have low armor. Team Bad English, they needed a physical damage carry, and they're going to go with the Ursa. I like this pickup. In fact, you saw Team Secret. If you're on the Radiant side, I think it's really good to be able to have a good Roshan taking hero. Because it's not an advantage that you just want to inherently give up to the Dire side every single time. I think you should try and challenge that a bit more in this current meta.
What do Alliance even look for? It's S4 hero last. Queen of Pain's gone. There's no TA.
10 seconds remaining.
Do you think about the puck here?
5 seconds remaining.
Because it kind of feels like you need more physical damage. You've got tons of magical from the like a Doom Pure, Lich Disruptor magical. Gyrocopter's very sort of heavily alpha magical damage early on, and then transitions physical a lot later.
Mm-hmm.
But there are very few options left for S4 to actually pick up for himself here.
Clockwork.
Hang on a second. Doom mid? What's going on?
Safe lane Doom? Mid gyro?
Clock mid?
No.
What?
I think Doom mid, I think I've seen this before. Doom mid does work. I'm not sure how well it's going to work against the Razor, though. That's the weird thing, right? Is that Razor would match up quite well against that melee hero. So it is going to be, I think, Loda playing mid gyro.
Lich Doom mid, clock off lane.
Lich Doom mid. Okay, that actually makes a decent amount of sense. Admiral Bulldog still playing the Doom, so.
Yeah, that's the.
10 seconds remaining.
Okay, cool.
5 seconds remaining.
Sounds good to me.
Still unsure about that. Oh god, I thought I was gonna crash there for a second, but yeah, Slaughter off lane, Razor, via mid. But Born to be Wild on this Ursa. This is the kicker here, you know, this hero right here. Furious Wipes against your Scorched Earth, against the Gyrocopter, it's going to be pretty good, but this Clockwork serves both as a disruption hero against that Ursa. They've got Glimpse to send him back, and you know they've got lots of things to kite the Ursa around, which is going to be great. But if the Razor and Slardar can get their farm on, they don't have to heavily rely on the Ursa isn't a farming hero. He's one of those heroes kind of like the Slardar or the Slark. Oh god, they saw that ward. Perfect. That likes to farm for sort of 10 minutes, get his initial item, and then snowball off that one item, whether it be a blink, then into your Mold Mask, maybe a Shadow Blade, something like that. It's actually going to be Alliance who get the D ward down.
So that being said, Team Bad English do know about that ward. It's an interesting idea. Considered it before, going sprint first in order to make sure that you do get the early ward up. This obviously decreases like some of your early CSing power and potential harassing power without having that level 1 Slithering Crush right away, but it's not that big of a deal.
S4 mid-clock. It's happening.
Yeah, okay. I'm not sure how he's supposed to beat out a Razor.
Nope, me neither.
I'm presuming he just rocket spams for CS. It looks like they're going to miss on both of their...
Oh dear. And they got dewarded.
Yeah, which is to be expected, I think.
Interesting. So top lane with Gyro Disruptor against Jakiro Slardar, 2 tanky heroes who are really difficult to zone and harass out.
I think I'm just gonna keep my eye on mid.
Just watch what S4 is actually doing.
Yeah, just
here.
like see what happens.
I'm sure.
He gets static linked. You conks push back the Razor. Is that enough to break it? Apparently it is. Yeah. Okay, so that's for a melee hero. That's a decent way to deal with it.
I'm still sure Razor should crush this lane.
I'm sure of it too, but.
And then bottom lane Lich Doom, it should be pretty good. The AA doesn't offer any really innate ways to stop the aggression. You know, there's no there's no sustain, there's no actual grave, and then the Chilling Touch, I don't know if that's the best way to go. Because if you get like clap into Cold Feet, then once you hit level 2, you can actually start to apply pressure onto someone like the Lich.
Yeah.
Until he gets boots at least.
Yeah, he's probably thinking like the overpower.
Yeah.
You know, be able to bam, bam, bam. I just don't think that's going to be enough. We'll see.
Like
Born to be Wild's here. Yeah, this is going to be where he's kind of run down. He'll probably survive. I don't know, will he? They've got the nuke. Throws it out, right click, and he is gone. Now, Ancient Apparition is going to be blocked up by Aka. Oh, big critical comes out. What a timing for that one. And El Dongarino, he'll be able to provide the damage that allows Ake to actually pick up the double kill.
For you, Helena. He does it all for her.
All right, you stop that right now.
Yes.
I don't want that to fill up my chest.
I got to the point where I pissed you off.
No, that's not. No. I'm driving the bus here, Durka. I will drive this bus straight
right
off the
cliff.
I will do it. All right, don't push me. Okay.
You kids back there, you shut the hell up.
All right, how's this top lane going, by the way? It's a Jakiro Slardar, which feels like a pretty good dual lane. They are facing up against a Gyrocopter, who obviously has a lot of potential offensive power, and he is range, even if he doesn't have the greatest range in the world. He does at least have that slight advantage over the Slardar in order to keep his distance, but it does feel like one of those lanes where when they want to go, they'll be able to go on the Gyrocopter and get a lot of damage in the process. Loda is going to be slowed down by quite a lot. Back over to the middle lane. I gotta watch this one. Rocket, he's going to lose some of his damage here. Courier almost getting sniped out.
Other Courier? Oh god, they've killed again, both of them.
What? Oh, Jesus. All right. Double. I was deep in thought about like how this Clockwork lane is actually going to, because it's not
working.
bad.
It's
like,
working.
He's 12-1 compared to a 15-6 Razor. Razor is a lane dominator, so it's actually going all right.
S4 just outplaying, man. Just outplaying. So bot lane is just Alliance cruising to victory with their Lich Doom dual off lane, and now they're going back in for the Ursa again. He has no boots, he has a stout shield, turns back with a clap, but I mean, he's forced to pop salves, tangos, and this ancient apparition. Look, the poor little Ursa. He can't do anything.
Yeah, they need like level 7 before they could potentially even fight that Doom. And by then, it's probably going to be too late. You will have lost a lot of that early control. So. Anyway, top lane, a lot of harassment on this Gyrocopter, but he's still doing all right in CS, 17-4 compared to the Slardar's 14-2.
Yeah, I think My Nuts has been doing a great job in pulling at the right times and making sure the lane equilibrium has been held back, because the great thing about the Slardar Jakiro lane is the chasing power. They want this sort of long, extended lane just to run themselves down into the gyro and find him in the middle of a creep wave, so Rocket Barrage doesn't do that much damage. Double Crush.
Yeah, he's going to be able to hit both there, and it looks like they're going to go for the kill on My Nuts, and they should be able to get it too. Pretty easy to run him down. Loda is having problems with this creep wave. In fact, he may be the next victim, as they have a Mango. Will be able to hit that stun, and Loda dies. Pwn walks away with the double kill, and no response whatsoever from Alliance. The bottom lane obviously can't rotate, and S4 not ready to rotate either, as he's not quite yet level 6, nor does he have a TP. So that kind of aggression is just going to be what happens. Gyrocopter Disruptor lane not offering enough, really.
It's super tough, honestly.
Dire's middle tower.
The way the Slardar can just dive in. He's even got a point in his bash as well. But bot lane, are they making up enough for it down here? I think they are. Ursa, how many last hits have you got? 18? And still being chased under this tower.
Oh, they've got the Ice Armor to be able to slow him down. This is definitely a kill on the Ursa. The question is whether or not Donger can get out. Doesn't look like it. He's going to be trapped and will be taken out. Meanwhile, Ake chased down by Pwn, doesn't have his level 6, but if he gets the lucky bashes here, he may still be able to get this kill. Unfortunately, he didn't keep himself in front of the Lich, which may cost him the kill. He pops the mango. Is he close enough for the sprint? He will be able to hit that stun. Gets another bash. What? He's not going to be able to get it. The stick actually keeps Ake alive a little bit longer, but they do end up going down. Meanwhile, top lane, looks like the Jakiro goes down, and Ursa sent back to base, back to bottom. Stun goes out on a Pwn. Donger trying to catch up. Admiral Bulldog has the Scorched Earth ready to go, as well as Face Boots. Looks like he'll run down the Ancient Apparition with little issue. S4 helps him out with a hook shot, and looks for a little bit more, but won't be able to get it. Those bashes, though. I mean, that's a level 1 bash. He got 2 different 10% bashes there in this space of, like, what would you say, 6, 7 7 right clicks?
Oh, that's 4.
Cogs push back. Gets a little damage.
This is a really weird game.
Yeah, just a little bit.
I feel really
just a little
sad
bit.
for Fuzzy Wuzzy, though. 3 deaths, 22 last hits. He has brown boots and 300 gold.
Yeah.
He can't go to lane. I think at this point you even consider just full-time jungling.
Yeah, they got 1 kill in the Gyrocopter, but not nearly as much as Ursa. The CS is obviously in favor of the Gyrocopter as well because he hasn't died as much. So when you compare how well the 2 different off-lane scenarios are shutting down the opposing carries, it is working out better for Alliance at this point. The middle lane is still going in the favor of the Razor, quite obviously, but it's a question of how far ahead you're actually able to get yourself against Razor versus Clockwork lane. And I'm going to say not enough. 24-1 compared to 31-9. It's good for the Razor, but the Clockwork is now... It actually comes down more on the S4. Like, you did all right in the laning phase. Now the question is, are your rotations going to be worth you having a mid-Clockwork? Bounce back. Oh, my God. Is it Wrestling? Oh, my God. No miss percentage chance at all. Poor Ursa just gets unluckier and unluckier. Meanwhile, in the top lane, they've actually locked down Pwn, and S4, plinking away with the battery assault, should be able to get this kill, or looks like Loda takes it instead. S4 can't quite catch up for the Jakiro. They're going to be able to... Wait, what? Oh, he wasn't in range, maybe.
He was getting closer and closer. I don't know. I'm not sure about that one.
Bottom lane again. Emerald Bulldog. Looks like he gets a kill on the Razor. Oh, never mind, actually. And he's got a regen, so this could actually, if Admiral Bulldog sticks around, turn bad for him, but...
He's got no doom. I'm going for the Face Boots drums build, so... with the Bassi, he gives them good armor and mana regen, but it's the item after that that's always the one you sort of look for. Is it going to be the Blink, Shadow Blade, or does he just think about straight into the Vlads, go into the auras?
Bounty Rune for the Razor. Top Rune going to be picked up by S4. Haste for him. Might be able to make the most of this scenario. Looks like Jakiro is going to be dying my nuts. TP away. Yeah, the damage over time is not enough.
Another committing on bottom lane as well, TPing in S4 as well with his hook shot ready.
And they're going to need to clap to try and save him. The right click is still enough, but if they give away the Doom, it's going to be well worth it. And sure enough, that's exactly what happens. But S4, he's going to come in. He's going to be able to get Pwn quite easily. Is he going to go for more, though? Yeah. Ursa's low. Yeah, they're going to go for it. And actually, no, plinking right past the Razor. Doesn't want to get near him. Ake actually may need some help. But no, there's no disable. Should be fine. S4, if he wants to, can throw out the Cogs, but it's not even necessary. Loda is getting a lot of space to work with, though. Farming away. The kill scenario there, I mean, Admiral Bulldog gives away his life for an Ancient Apparition and a Slardar. I'd almost say that would be worth it for Team Bad English if they were getting enough out of their other lanes. But the problem is they rotated so many heroes that they're not getting anything out of their other lanes, except for maybe a little bit of Ancient Apparition farm.
Exactly. This is why I wondered if Ursa just heads into the jungle. He's glimpsed back, and this should be like he just turns and tries to fight, but he's dead already.
Yeah, there's nothing you can do. Pops the magic wand, but you got to be run down eventually.
Like if they put Ursa in the jungle, then maybe the AA can get level 6 a bit faster, and then you stop this aggression that's just slaughtering them non-stop. An Ice Blast, you know, it could turn things around with the Razor. They've got lots of AoE, and Slardar's doing well for himself. You know, 4-2 and 0. He's got the old 420 going. But Gyrocopter, Loda, this is one of his heroes. If there's anyone that can come back from, you know, it was a rough lane. He didn't lose it by any means, but he still has catching up to do.
Clockwork, is he going to go for this one with the battery assaults? Fakes out the hook shot, will be able to land it, has the cogs, and with the help of the rest of his allies, they definitely get this kill. The Ancient Apparition and the Chain Frost goes out, and he's actually not committing for the kill until the rocket turnaround. He just wanted to make sure he could get out while still obtaining that kill. Meanwhile, Loda playing pretty passive back there. Is Ancient Apparition dead? They're going to be able to get some vision? No, they don't throw out the kinetic field. Back over to top lane. Loda now battling it out with the help of Admiral Bulldog. He may die here in practice, probably will, but he actually gets the Doom on Opone. That means no stun whatsoever. The Ursa's just going to be kited around. Loda runs straight to the help of S4, who helps him out with a double damage. Quick kill onto the Ursa, and not even that dive works out for TBE.
0, 6, and 2. The bear. The bear. He was saving up a ton of gold looking for a Blink Dagger Rush or something like that as well. He got to like 1,500 2 or 3 minutes ago, and then he just thought, nope, screw it, I'm buying phase boots. But I'm just wondering if that Blink Dagger, if he had continued to savor it and secured himself a little bit of jungle farm, whether he could have been that hero that jumps around with a Slardar and they just pick off hero after hero. And I think that's what you've got to look for right now. It's the little things. You've got to find these picks. You've got to try and limit what Alliance are doing across the map, because Alliance are just TP reacting anywhere they want. They're farming jungle. Okay, honestly, Chain Frosts are off cooldown at will. It seems like it doesn't have a cooldown. He just has it ready for every single fight. But that's down to Alliance knowing when they can and can't posture to try and pressure into tier 1 towers. They haven't taken one yet, but they're forcing Team Bad English into situations where they're really pressured into defending them. Because if you give more gold to Alliance, that pushes Doom up to his actual tier 3 item. Gyrocopter finishes off a Sanj, gets into his Yasha. But I'm still looking at this S4 mid-Clockwork, and I'm amazed that he's done so well against the Razor, not just on lane, but he's just tracked the Razor around. So the Razor hasn't been able to go and get runes and actively move towards top lane. Razor hasn't been top lane to fight the Gyro, which is a hero he's great at, right? Or great at taking out. Just run him down with a static link and force him behind the tower. You're watching Ursa?
No, I just watched the double bounty. Razor just got the bounty at bottom rune, and then 12-minute rune spawner, and it was another bounty. So just double popped it for a nice little boost in gold and experience. Our Ursa, as you were talking about, almost dying to the jungle, now has his Morbid Mass, so things will be a bit easier for him. But especially since they're on Radiant side, this is the downside of picking a potential Roshan hero. If you lose control early, you may not ever be able to take advantage of that supposed bonus.
Guess what? Alliance, they have their ultis up, and they're going to move towards mid again.
With the glimpse ready to go, my nuts. Interesting choice. He actually went for the second level in Thunderstrike, just because how harsh the laning phase was, I think. That he wanted to have a little bit more damage to threaten these heroes, which means he doesn't have maxed out glimpse, but as long as he doesn't miss out on a kill for it, the build should be just fine. Meanwhile, Admiral Bulldog's farming up. He's got a plate mail, so the Ursa no longer really threatens him. And the same kind of applies for the Razor. It's only when the amplified damage comes in, and that'll actually take away a plate mail plus a little extra. That's when Doom may still be that squishy hero. Between that physical damage minus armor and then the Ancient Apparition Ice Blast, there is a lot of situations where they can just blow up the Doom no matter how much farm he has.
Do you think it's casual plate mail for now and then into a blink? Or do you want him to finish off like a Shiva's guard here?
I honestly wouldn't mind the Shivas because of how much you just go like the Eternal Envy build almost, and you go like Shivas. I'm not sure if you go like double down and get AC right away, but if you do go that kind of just tank up build instead of trying to be the initiator, I wouldn't mind that just because Admiral Bulldog has the most farm. Right, and it's pretty clear. They should know that Admiral Bulldog has by far the most farm in this game, and he can afford to maybe go into that one position, Doom, and have the Gyrocopter just fall behind a little bit. And the initiation here in the top lane, Chain Frost, hook shot in. They're going to be able to get Pwn as well as this Ursa, as S4 makes sure to run down the extra hero, and Jakiro is completely trapped out. Admiral Bulldog will be able to pick up that kill. Nice initiation there from Alliance, taking advantage of TB in their overextension. And the only thing they're going to be able to buy with that one is some space for the Razor to push out middle. But look at that. That's immediately being addressed now. As Loda rotates in. They have Ake behind him in case the Razor gets a little bit too aggressive. Razor actually is going to be that aggressive. They do have the glimpse, so Razor's fully committed, but he's just going to be kited around now and will end up going down
The mech keeping them alive while they take the tier 1 tower at the top lane.
Ake has his mech before the Razor does.
Yeah, not a good sign.
But up
Not
at top
a
lane,
good sign.
that was fortunate for Alliance. I think there was
Radiant's top
basically a
tower is under
50-50
attack.
chance. The catapult got one of the chain frost bounces, and it bounced towards the heroes instead of the creeps, which then, you know, bounced between the heroes themselves and slowed and a ton of damage. But I think they were all dead anyway. Just way too far up without any vision of where Alliance were coming from.
Yeah.
Just desperate to get some.
I think the only question is maybe the Ursa escapes without those chain frost slows.
Yeah,
but
possibly.
because of that, Clockwork gets in range with the battery assault and there's no escape.
Does Ursa have a kill yet? No.
No.
He needs to feed his family. Oh wait, they're all dead.
Yeah. If only the old Furbolgs were still around.
Oh, Roshan killed his family. That's why he's so angry all the time.
Is that actually his lore?
Pretty sure. I may be mistaken. I'm pretty sure Roshan killed and ate his babies.
What? Oh, Jesus, Turka, you don't need to get that graphic. Eating babies, good lord.
Baby bears.
What, it makes it a difference if it's a bear? I'm pretty sure a baby of any species is not going to be real family friendly.
What? People that eat baby animals all across the world, Cap.
I've never had veal.
Radiant's
You've had lamb, right?
is under attack.
I actually have only tasted a little bit of lamb. It's not really my meat.
Okay.
I like good old-fashioned beef.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of lamb either.
Tower is under attack.
And tier 1 tower is going to be traded away, mid for top.
Structures are
But
fortified.
bigger question is, S4, what's he going to find for this? TP's in. Maybe this tower isn't going to die. Is they're going to run straight into S4. He's going to be able to catch the Razor here, just holds him in, waits for Admiral Bulldog to be able to respond farther up. We have the Jakiro who's going to end up dying. Looks like Minus is also going to be able to catch the Slaughter. Is this going to be kills all around? Admiral Bulldog's running down the Razor. They'll be able to get that one. Is there a send back on Pwn? Looks like Minus only just now getting it and doesn't really have the vision. Too far away. So either way, they split up, they got the Jakiro, they got the Razor, made the most of that rotation, and kept their tier 1 tower alive. They can even deny it if they want to.
Mr. Destructoid. Yeah, guys, sorry, we have no idea why we're going crackly or fuzzy or anything like that. There's something.
Yeah, if one of you guys can tweet at us, like what it sounded like.
Some people says
As in,
it sounds like a fireplace. Some people says it sounds just really crackly and distorted.
okay. If it was specifically coming out of one mic or the other, if it was just general sound, and how long it lasted, that'll help us. That'll help us break it down.
Yeah. Give
Well,
the full report.
I say us.
Give the full report to Christian, our tech guy.
Yeah, exactly.
Some random people in Twitch chat told us that we sounded a little bit bad. Not
Yeah.
sure if it was the mic quality or anything
You
like
can
that.
fix it. Or you can go ahead and fix that, Christian. That'd be great.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pwn's going to be sent back. That blink's not helping you. He's immediately going to be stunned up, and that sprint isn't going to help him out either. He knew it was the only
hook
way to
shot.
escape, though. Hook shot. Oh, it actually caught Jakiro. He's going to be dead as well. Seems like Alliance. This is what this mid Clockwork is doing for them. It's always turning one pick off into two. And all the meanwhile, Admiral Bulldog, he does go for the Shiva's route. I like this. I think you can maybe go BKB and then AC, just because the Ancient Apparition is a bit annoying with this Ice Blast, but I guess it's not really necessary. You don't have too many hard disables on TBE.
Glimpse blink. He's back to safety. He has a blink now. That's something that he has to look forward to. Max nearly done on the Razor.
See if
They have a chance. It's slim, but we're telling them that they have a chance.
Glimpse back. Well, that's going to be a problem. But the Blink Dagger comes in. Ursa finds himself the first kill. S4, he's going to be caught as well here. Does have a 4-staff and Cog, so he'll be able to get some space. But there's the Blink Dagger of the Ursa, unless he can somehow get away from that big boy. 1 kill turns to 2, and this time around, it's TBE who get the additional pick off.
Radiant's top tower is
What's the
under
trade-off,
attack.
though? Bulldog down at bottom lane tier 2. Oh, Loda.
Oh, they get Loda. This will be big. They managed to get the stun, amplified damage. They're following up. If they get the Ice Path, this will be pretty easy. But here comes the Shivas, already throwing out the Doom. Pwn's definitely dead. And looks like the rest of the team is kind of forced back by just Admiral Bulldog's presence with the Shivas. Now they're going to be slowed down. Looks like could be the Ancient Apparition dying. See how oh, God, he hits so hard. He turns around, gets off the Ice Blast because he knows he's dead anyway. Just does the most amount of damage as humanly possible. But unfortunately...
RK comes in as like the medic after a massive battle and slaughter is like, Frost armor, heal, mech, I'm here to heal you. Oh, Ursa. Oh, Ursa. He's not going to get scattered out. Now he will. He's walked into the creep wave.
Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear. Fuzzy Wuzzy. And no hair because he was dead. End of rhyme. Oh, juking around, juking around. Oh, never mind. He's spot. No, juke, get out. No. Scorched Earth. He found the one hole. But that wasn't good enough. I think he had like maybe a half a second where his blink was off cooldown. And then Scorched Earth. Then Scorched Earth.
And now Roshan. Ursa will not be able to get his revenge. For the Cubs.
11,000 net worth on Doom.
What's the lead now? 15, yeah, 15, 16k.
Yeah.
It's only going to climb from here.
14,000 experience lead as well. See, even when they had the pick off, right? It was like a slight bump up when they got those 2 kills. Slight bump up. It just keeps on going down, down, down. And now they're playing aggressively into the enemy jungle, probably knowing that this is their only area to be able to get farm. As the middle lane's pushed out, their own jungle's going to be covered for the most part. Pone's pushing out the bottom lane, but he's got to be aware that if they do go missing from middle, he's got to back out real quick. The thing is, Alliance don't really care too much. They know they're far enough ahead in net worth that they can afford to just push down mid and let TBE get whatever small amount of golden experience they can out of the jungles and lanes.
Yeah, even though Ursa's really good against the gyro, you just jump on him, you cannot bring him down twice. It's always going to be like an all-in move from the Ursa, just to pop everything, jump in, maybe try and bait a Doom, but he's never going to be the target for Bulldog. You're going to be looking for the Razor as quickly as you can, so you stop Mech, you stop Static Link. And the rest of the heroes, run them down.
Yeah, the ice armor caused a lot of issues too with killing the gyrocopter the first time around. Because you're probably not going to be able to burst him just off of your overpower. They're going to be able to make an initiation here. The follow-up, Ursa starts going for S4, and now going to be controlled up by the Disruptor. Turn around Doom. Razor's definitely dead, and Ursa just gets kind of around by the gyrocopter until he gets taken out. Now trying to run down Pone, well, not needing to. The Glimpse actually catch him. They still manage to get the blink out, though, and Pone will probably survive the rest of Alliance turns and focuses on taking down this lane of Rax. Poor Pone. Is he? Oh my god, he almost died. All right, there
I
it is.
saw the G, and I was like, is that a G? Is that a GG? It's the GG.
It's definitely GG.
Oh, that's
So
it.
Alliance, they're going to be the other team moving forward. They'll face up against CIS Rejects tomorrow. But this was, I mean, I'm not going to say total outdraft. It's just the question mark about giving up Doom, right?
Yeah.
Like, once you feel like you can address the Doom, and I can understand, like, okay, you pick up the Slardar, heavy amount of minus armor, an offlaner that I would say is like 1 tier below the Doom. And then you also have the Ancient Apparition, Ice Blast to stop the Scorched Earth. It feels like, in theory, that can be a good way to counter the Doom first pick, but it's Doom Lich that you're going to give away, and that dual lane just destroys everything in the laning phase.
And then the Ursa. Like, that was another way. Like, they had so many heroes to try and deal with the Doom that their lane suffered.
Yeah, that's very true, because the Ursa didn't really offer you any good laning phase power to stop just being run over there. So,
who do they face up against?
that now brings us, we'll bring up the bracket. So tomorrow's first semifinal, best of 3, is going to be Team Empire versus Stark. And then the follow-up is CIS Rejects versus Alliance. There is going to be a third-place matchup, which is a best-of-3. That'll be happening on Sunday alongside the grand finals. The reason there is a best-of-3 is because, as you pointed out earlier, this Qualifiers has some money behind it.
Open qualifiers with prize pool.
Yeah, that's how WCA rules.
What was it 8,000 for first? Then 5 and 3, I think. Something like that.
You can always go to joindota.com if you want to be able to check out the complete details of all of that. We'll be coming back tomorrow. I believe we start at
6 p.m. again. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll be back tomorrow at 6 p.m. But that's all. Thanks for watching, guys. back for more WCA tomorrow. We also have the defense that's going to be continuing in the following week. That's about it. Even the defense is wrapping up soon.
Defense, D2CL, WCA.
Yeah.
We've had a busy couple of months.
Yes, we have.
And now it's all wrapping up.
Yep.
Time to go and hibernate.
All right, guys.
It's winter time. It's so cold outside.
Really is. All right, we'll see you guys tomorrow for more WCA.